Alright, another day, another EA review, and today I'm looking at the Darwin Swing MT5 Expert Advisor that costs $999, and this EA has been on the top of the marketplace for quite a long time, but now it is in the top 3, so it got the attention of my skeptical eyes. Alright, I always wanted to do that. So let's see together if it really worth the money. And the third spot, I will click on it and you will see that the future price is $1,490, and that is a common trick among the sellers to force you pay the current price, so don't rush it. Make your due diligence and watch that video until the end. In the description we can see the past performance with the links of the signals. I'll look at that in a second, and there is a blog post which I will leave on you to go through. But with the pictures attached, we can see that the basic concept of swing trading is applied. So pretty much the EA will identify the trend, it will wait for the pullback, and it will buy to make some profits as the trend continues upwards. And we can see some screenshots from the signals that I will go through in a second. What really impressed me are the reviews. You can see that there are plenty of 5-star reviews, and if I go to the second page, I can't really find a negative review. That is not common for the MQL5 marketplace. There are as well plenty of comments, and the last one is from the developer. Now, very importantly, when you are looking for an expert advisor, you should also research the developer. If I copy paste the name and I Google it, and yep, it gives me a suggestion with robots. I see a video but not in English, I think that's French, so I'm not really sure if I'll understand anything from it. There are a few reviews from different websites, but not really a profile page of the developer like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I will go through YouTube very quickly and I will look for the developer. Let's say this time I will put trader, and yep, the same 2 videos on the top, but nothing really more. Now I'll click on the first video. As I said, it is in French. Probably one of the guys is the developer, but it is kind of promotional video for another expert advisor. But if I go back one more time, you will see that there is no channel, or we didn't find a website with the developer profile, and that's pretty mysterious. And this is in most of the cases with the MQL5 marketplace. Those guys do not show their faces, do not have presence online, and it's pretty much hard to believe who is behind that robot, and are they actual traders or scammers. Anyway, I will go through the live signals now so we can check some of the results. As you can see that there are plenty. I will go to the Darwin Swing because it has 150% profit. You can see a pretty steady balance chart. In the equity, we have some interesting drawdowns. And for the beginners, the blue line is the balance chart and the green line is the equity, or it is the balance plus the open trades. And when it goes down, it means that there are actually losses. And check this out, the losses are not really small. In this case, the balance of this account went from 200,000 down to 143,000. And you can see that in this period of time, in January 2023, almost for a month or even longer, the equity was on a loss, or the open trades were kept open for more than 1 month in a loss. So we can assume that the expert advisor will keep the losing trades until they recover. And if I switch to drawdown, we can see that in percentage, the maximum it reached was about 31%, and it happened a few times. So that expert advisor with this settings is not really suitable for prop firms, for example, and is just for the people who are willing to hold losing trades for longer and handle these drawdowns. Now what I will do, I will go to my HYCM live account, and from the marketplace I will download the demo version and I'm going to backtest it. And before I select the symbol and the time frame, I will quickly go back to the description and show you that this expert advisor trades simultaneously on 28 currency pairs, which is something extraordinary, I can say. And the recommended settings is for euro dollar on M1 time frame, and the recommended lot and risk is 0.5 to 1%. It should work on all brokers. The minimum capital is $1,000 and the minimum leverage is 1 to 30, which is quite normal. Now I will go to euro dollar and I will switch to M1. I will test the expert advisor since the beginning of the year, so it's about 6 months now, and I will stick to every tick and I'll simply click on start. And while it is collecting the historical data, I will tell you why I'm using HYCM market. This is because they are fully regulated brand. It offers a few different account types. I stick to the classic one that has no commission. The minimum deposit is $100 and it allows me to trade with expert advisors. And with that broker you can trade forex pairs, CFDs on stocks, indexes and commodities. But most importantly is when you choose your brokers to select one that is well established on the market. It's been regulated in UK since 1998 and pretty much it offers all necessary tools that the traders need. And on the bottom you can check their HYCM license number. With that being said, thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's video, and now let's check if the backtest is ready. Quite interestingly, we can see a very steady balance chart, the blue one. At the end there is this drop, but this is because the MetaTrader backtest will always close the current open trade. So at the time of recording this video there are open trades and the backtest will just close them, and if they are on a loss it will show such a drop with the balance line. However, we see some drawdown with the equity, and let's see how big that is. If I put the mouse on it, you will see that before the drop it was sitting at $10,060 and it dropped down to $9,773. So not really a big deal, it's less than 3% or so. And right in here again we have such an equity. But again, it looks like to me that the expert advisor is just holding the negative open trades until they recover. And if we look at the backtest, we will see that the total net profit was $32. Nothing really impressive. And if you look at the graph one more time, we see a steady balance chart, but since the beginning of 2023 in a $10,000 account having such a result, I don't see how this expert advisor is worth the money. Now let me go through the inputs because I left it with the default settings, and let's see if there is some kind of risk management or if we are able to increase the risk in order to see bigger profits. I don't really see that. So the lot size is 0.01. If I increase it to 1, let's see if it will make any difference. I guess we will see the very same balance and equity chart, just the drawdowns will be bigger, right? Because we are testing with a bigger lot. And yeah, it dropped down to, what is it, 7,000 something. So in this case now the drawdown is about 30%, and that's quite normal, right? If you are trading bigger lot and there is drawdown in the backtest, it will be with higher percentage. So the same thing now with the backtest, we can see more profits, $300 for the last 6 months, which is like 3% for 6 months with 30% drawdown. I'm getting really skeptical. The last thing I will do, I will look at the very recent trades that were open since the beginning of May. So I'll go to custom period. I will select the 1st of May and I will select the visual mode. So let's see if we can understand something about the strategy. Here we go. We don't have any indicators over the chart, so I guess we won't understand anything about the strategy, but let's see when we have some trades that are being open and closed. And here is the first one, so it's a long position. I will slow it down with 0.1 as I changed. So there is a long trade that open, and if I make it fast again, you will see that the price goes down. The expert advisor just holds the open negative trades until they recover. But here, the traders that decide to use this EA are taking the risk that the price might not recover. And while I'm waiting for this backtest to complete, let me show you one euro-dollar chart, plain chart. Okay, here it is, and you can see that at the beginning of May the price was at 110 and then just dropped. And what if the EA is sold in here in May 21? Until the moment euro-dollar never reached to that point, and it might not reach to that point. So you get my point, that if you use such an expert advisor that just keeps the open trades until they recover. So there is another one in here, a long trade at 110.30 something, and the price declined recently after the beginning of May, and this long trade might last for months, even years. You will be paying swap in the meantime, and we don't know if it will ever recover. So I'm really skeptical about this expert advisor and the strategy behind, because of its management of the losing trades, and more, we don't understand how this EA actually opens the trades at the first place. So I will leave it on you to backtest the expert advisor, and if you see any better results, let me know down in the comments, or if you have experience with that Darwin Swing EA, let us know, so the video will be useful for everyone watching. Now I thank you guys so much for staying with me until the end of the video. Wish you safe trading. Stay skeptical with all EAs that are on the top places on MQL5 marketplace. As I already said in one of my previous videos, I have no idea how they rank the top 3. Thank you for being my subscriber and watching my videos. I wish you a wonderful day, and don't forget that I love you.